live session. Okay, so today our session is very simple. Let's make it around 20 to 30 minutes, short live session. Basically it's just a reflection for everyone to grow wiser together. For the past week, I've been posting on investment using eWisdom. Of course, it's not teaching you how to invest with eWisdom, but instead it's more like letting you how to make better investment decision using eWisdom. So we have posted for a week plus. Let's reflect on what we have learned. So that is the purpose of today's live. Okay, and of course, end of the live today, we'll do a preview of what's coming next. Okay. All right. So if you are here and you are watching this live, you can just share it out if someone you know is interested, or um you can just comment, say hello. Let me just share from my phone as well first. All right, I've done my sharing. I hope you have done your sharing as well. Okay, let's start our agenda today. Okay, good evening to everyone. In case you just came in, thank you for joining me in this live session. Over the past few weeks, many people have asked me basically why I suddenly start talking about investment. So tonight I would like to share the story behind it. Okay. But before I share the story, I would like to ask some questions. Maybe a couple of questions. Uh, have you been doing investment? That's very important. If it's a no for you, then today may not be for you since you are not an investment person. But if you have a tiny, weeny intention to do some investment, then maybe this is for you. Or if you're someone who are into investment, then this is definitely something you may want to know. Okay. So some questions like, have you ever bought because of FOMO? These are some of the questions you can type in the comment. Have you ever sold in panic? Okay, this is regards of any kind of investment vehicle you're in, no matter stocks, cryptocurrency, forex, or even property. Okay. So next. So can eWisdom help us make better investment decisions? This is very important. Why invest? Why investment? Let me share my personal story first. Uh, I can tell y'all I am never an investment person. I have not invest on any investment vehicle except on business. Okay. As in business, I built my own business from very young age. Okay. But what I mean is I have not done any using any investment vehicle like stocks and shares, crypto, or forex. the first time I start investing, the first time I start investing is in 2019. I think it's 2020. Most mid of 2020. Okay, which is not too long ago. Okay. And that is after I start teaching e-wisdom. Okay. And why do I do that? Because I feel that e-wisdom indeed can help us on making better investment decisions. I've spent years teaching e-wisdom to help people to make better decisions in life. So not just in their personal life, but in career, relationship, and in their business as well. So this is in 2020, this day, I asked myself, is e-wisdom just limiting us, or is it just helping us to make life decisions? Can it also help us to make better financial decisions? A lot of times, a lot of ideas and awareness or discovery starts from asking ourselves questions. That's how DUC comes along. Okay, our DUC, discover, understand, and control. So this is the question I asked. So this question started with research, experiment, and hands-on. Like what I have told my students and my clients before, all my knowledge or my experience in e-wisdom is all my personal experience. Because if I have not tried them, I will not teach them or use them. This is my personal thoughts. Okay, and this is my style. Yeah. So the first investment, I think some of you all may know what I have been investing. Okay, so the first investment that I have started is cryptocurrency. I think that is also a period of bull period time. So indeed this cryptocurrency really let me earn quite a handful of profit. But of course, when it's bull, I earn a lot. But when it's bear, of course, I lost back a lot of my profit. But end of the day, it's still profit. Profit is still profit. Okay. So as I talk about my own personal stories, how about yours? What's the biggest investment lesson you have learned so far from your investing? Maybe you can type in the comment. And remember our poll we did last week. Is it last week or on Monday? Which is harder? Knowing what to buy or when to buy, and there is people commenting when to buy. Okay, so this is very important. So why do investors lose? Why investors lose in their investment? Maybe y'all can type in comment your opinion. Okay. But in my opinion, I have come up with 4 key problems that causes investor to lose. This could be one of you. It could be one of you. Okay. Your biggest investment mistake. Okay. This is very important. Let's ask ourselves, what causes us to lose money? Okay. Y'all can comment. Y'all can answer in comment. Okay. First of all, okay, are you having fear when you do investing? Okay. Fear is very important. Once you have fear, I can tell you you're investing, high chance you are not going to profit from it. Okay. Next, when you are investing, you shouldn't have greed on it. Everyone invests because they want passive income, they want more income, they want extra income. But having passive income, more income doesn't mean you should be greedy on this. You should not have greed. You should know when to stop. You should know when is the time to take a profit. Okay, this is very important. Are you having FOMO? For those who are not so investing, y'all may not know what is FOMO. Okay. But FOMO means you're going through the trend because some market maker is maybe driving the trend. So a lot of people they buy a lot of maybe uh labor, internet power, navy, they'll go and drive the traffic, drive the sales, use a lot of account. This is very common in crypto. Even in stock market, it's very common because a market maker can hire a few broker to do the manipulation. That is very important. So the key is, are you having FOMO? So the key is you should not be FOMO. Okay. So what is the last one? Do you hope? Are you having hope? Okay. You always hope you will go up, hope you will go down. It doesn't work this way. Okay. Why? It's not something like if you have hope in investment, right? Then you're like buying 4D, buying Toto. Okay. So in the end, it's either you win, you lose. So that is not most investors lose because of this. For key reason. Okay, for key reason. So some people think that they lose money because they are lack of information. They don't have the first-hand information. But today, we have so much of information platform. Example, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini AI, we have so much Gemini, we have so much AI things, so much AI platform to help us feed us information. You have Google, you have YouTube, you have financial news, you have professional analysis. So many so-called broker or teachers, they are teaching you how to trade. But why are you still not earning your passive income? So the key is information isn't the problem. The key is decision making is the problem. That is the problem. So I've come up with this simple investment decision framework. Yeah. This is a very simple framework for most people, where most people can use it. Okay. This is still not at the e-wisdom high advanced level. This is very basic, free for everyone to go and use it. Okay. First, when you get the information, what should you do? Use the information to analyze. Okay, use the information to analyze. After you analyze, what you do? You make decisions. Okay. Then decisions comes with emotion. And this is the part. Most people lose at emotion stage. Okay, most at emotion stage. Okay. And this causes your result. Okay. So the key is don't bring emotion into investing. There's one keyword, there's one key phrase that every investor should know. You should be only investing on the money that you can lose 100%. You should not be investing on life and death money, or your soul bread, your bread money, your makan money. You should not be trying to use that. That should be a spare money. Example, if every month you save $200, then the $200 can be used to trade, used to invest. Okay, it's not you earn $2,000, you use 1,005. It doesn't work that way. Then you'll be having so much emotions in your investment. And that doesn't work that way. Okay, this is very, very important. So this is a very simple investment decision framework that everyone can see whether are you following this decision framework. Emotion should be controlled. If you can conquer the emotions that I mentioned previous, the 4 emotions, fear, FOMO, hope, and greed, most of your investment will be able to make a better decision, and that will increase your ratio in earning money. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so what e-wisdom studies in this case? Okay, today I will be talking about 八卦 hexagram or trigram. Okay, today I'll be talking more on theory part, more on the investing. Okay, more on telling our DUC. Okay, DUC, a lot of times you may feel that our DUC is actually not talking about so much on Chinese metaphysics. In fact, the real Chinese metaphysics is you're using Chinese metaphysics without talking or using Chinese metaphysics. Chinese metaphysics itself, the key is not the applications. The key is the effect, the wisdom you gain from it. Yeah, this is very important. So, the first in Chinese metaphysics is the change. Change is very important in investment. How many of you can notice the change? Okay, every day change, every minute change, every hour change of your investment. How have you been monitoring the change? This is very, very important. The timing. Timing is very important as well. Okay. When should you buy in? Okay. It doesn't mean if you are not a professional trader, you don't start your trading at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the morning. You can start anytime. And you can sell anytime. You don't need to sell only after the market close. Okay. So it also depends on whether you're doing the kind of future options, the long and short one, or are you doing holding stocks? Like for me, previously, I trade crypto mainly holding. So I will buy a lot of steel coin, a lot of meme token, and after that, wait for it to grow. Of course, those that I wait one, usually I have insider story. I have analyzed. Okay. Some FOMO as well. But I tell you the most of the FOMO one usually I will sell within go listing 1 or 2 days. Okay, I won't keep long. That's why this is how we earn profit. You all must remember once you go FOMO, the stock or token that you go FOMO one, sell when you got a profit. What kind of profit is good? To me, if I'm talking about every day 10%, profit is very good. Okay. If it's one time, 20-30% is good profit. Because this is not a one-time case. You can be doing this every day. Okay. So next, cycles. So this is investment is the same as our e-wisdom DUC. We talk about looking at patterns. We talk about understand change. We talk about controlling the result. Okay. Everything has a cycle. You must understand that no matter it's investment or whatever, there is always a cycle. Okay, there's always a cycle. Okay. Example, I told one of my students before, when you are buying in your investment, do you check whether that day is your wealth day? How many is your wealth day? How many is your wealth day? Some people have 2 wealth days, some people have 4 wealth days, some people have 8 wealth days. Okay, so you must understand that day is a wealth day, that is a cycle. Then you can buy in. If it's not your wealth day, even if the market go up or down, it has nothing to do with you because that is not your wealth. And if that is not your wealth, means you're going to lose wealth when you invest. This is very, very important. But of course, there is some people that is not in their wealth day. Why? But they can still earn because that month is their wealth month. Okay. Don't tell me about wealth year. Because even if it's your wealth year, you won't be earning 12 months every year. The month is still quite okay. Because the wealth month matching with the wealth hour, it can really create wealth for you. Okay. So next is the decisions. Decisions comes from humans' behavior. Okay. So this is very important. How you make decisions. Okay. The decisions really matters a lot. How is your decisions made? Like example, just now I say it's really it's a wealth day. How you make decisions? Very simple for me. I start a definition. Whether is it which one to buy? How much do I take profit? Okay. This is very, very simple. Okay. So not only our e-recent study does this, market also operates through change, timing, cycle, and decisions. If you are a regular investor, you will know what I'm talking about. Okay. So e-wisdom start using e-wisdom on your investment decision is not trying to teach you how to trade. Okay. We are trying to let you have a better investment decisions. So perhaps e-wisdom offers you another lens through which or another angle to view your investment, how to make a better investment decisions. Okay, this is very important. Okay, to make it clear, I'm not saying e-wisdom guarantee market prediction. Okay, there's no 100% one. Okay, there's no 100% one. I'm just exploring whether it can help us make more thoughtful decisions. Okay, we need to make the discussions more balanced and credible. Okay, I cannot tell you once you learn e-wisdom, your investments suddenly go up already. It's not possible. Okay. So this is some of the short sessions that we have. Some interesting things. Okay, so let's go into some of our let's come into our one of our interactive exercise. Okay. I give a very good example. If today were March 2020, that means if today is March 2020, today is not June 2026. Will you buy Bitcoin? This is this is a very key problem. Okay. If today, maybe you can post in the comment. If today were March 2020, will you buy, wait, or sell Bitcoin? Okay. Let's say anyone post in comment or not. Okay. So inside our e-wisdom investment decision workshop, upcoming one, we have less theory, more interactive exercise, and this is exactly the type of exercise we are exploring in the workshop. Okay. Wow, JD, you sell house and wife and put every cent in. Then you are going to be crazy. Okay? You're going to be crazy. Why? If this is 1st of March 2020, you buy in. Imagine, look at this. Bitcoin initially is 9K plus, 8K plus. And at the end of March, it drops to 6K. The starting is actually 9K. That means it dropped how much? Dropped by 30%, 30, 40%. Okay. I can tell you, 1 month of this drop, you definitely panic already if you sell house and sell wife. Okay. But if you are using your spare money, you buy Bitcoin, then you can get the result of what you can get today lah. But at that moment of time, who will know? Okay. But I can tell you, I did buy Bitcoin in March 2020. Okay. So that is one of my that is one of my goal pill. Okay. So this is how we use e-wisdom lah. Previously, I don't want to teach people how to use e-wisdom on investment decisions. Mainly is because um I'm a bit skeptical lah. I'm a bit skeptical. I'm a bit skeptical that people may use this investment and then in the end they may accuse us of like teaching them the wrong things or whatever. So I'm a bit skeptical on that. But I think uh I think it's just after many years of teaching e-wisdom, I think it's more of how we positions our positions in this thing. So the key is if you can so JD, if you can don't FOMO, you can keep your fear, you can keep your panic and you buy Bitcoin in first March and you see it drop all the way to 5K 6K by the end of month and you don't sell, I say you're good. Most people doesn't do that okay. All right. So coming soon, our e-wisdom investment decision workshop. Okay. This workshop isn't about finding a shortcut to wealth. It's about improving how we think before making financial decisions. Because every investment starts with a decisions. Okay, this is very important. I have not confirmed the dates or the content yet, but if you're interested, you can leave your contact with us or stay tuned to our Facebook page. Okay, it could be in August or September. Okay, so if you're interested, we have not confirmed on this workshop yet. This is a workshop, not a course. So it's a 3 days workshop. Some of y'all, if y'all have no, but we have not confirmed anything yet. It could be in August or September. Okay, so we can keep you in view. All right. So if you're interested in this workshop, but remember, this workshop isn't a shortcut to bring you to wealth, but is to help you on making a better investment decisions. Okay. So that's the end